This is Majiko, my daughter, my youngest daughter, whom I have always been calling her Shiko. Majiko could only be pronounced when she has messed somewhere. Otherwise, I love her so much. I noted her rapid growth of her breast when she was in class 5.
Guy.
Yeah.
Class 5, ma'am.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Guy.
Class 5. When you were 9 years, yeah.
9 years.
Yeah. How old were you?
10.
You are 10 years. Yeah. In your discussion in the TV, there is something which worried me. And I felt so much down as a mother. I just wondered, was my daughter going through all these pains when I was still there? I started blaming myself. Noting, yes, I had a big burst. I was bursty. But apart from the challenges of brass, I've never had any pain.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charity Githu. Today I'm so excited because of my guest. My guest today is the only person that when I hear name Wanjiku, I know all is not well. I'm so glad because I have my mom here with me. Actually, I had come to the village and I felt, why not shoot this video with my mom, because I felt her being my mom, being my teacher, being a counselor, and also being so keen with other children. How comes in my case, we never sat down. By the way, this is the first time we are having a sit down with my mom to discuss about my breast. I'm so happy. Help me to welcome my mom. Karibu sana mom kwa show yangu. You can introduce yourself.
Hello everyone. This is Catherine Matimo, officially called Catherine Waihiga Moiro. Matimo is my husband. This is Majiko, my daughter, my youngest daughter, whom I have always been calling her Shiko. Wajiko could only be pronounced when she has messed somewhere. Otherwise, I love her so much, and that is why I am here with her, even at this late night. Welcome.
Thank you, Mom.
Catherine has been a teacher for the last 37 years.
Wow.
That is from 1979. That is when I finished my college. And from there, I've been teaching up to year 2016. So I've worked in the service of the Teacher Service Commission for 37 years. From there, I had a side hustle all through. And that one, I continued with it, selling rice, that is Moya Bisholi rice. Rice with the highest aroma in the world. I am a seller, I transport, and I have plenty of customers. I wish you are one.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, if you want Pishori, you can reach to my mom.
You can reach to me with the contact 0720 81 1400. Welcome.
Thank you. Tutaandika hiyo namba hapa. If you want an order, you can always reach out to her. She's very efficient. Atakutumanishia mpaka penye unataka. So, back to why we are here, Mom. Being your last born mom, and also being my teacher, and also being a counselor, because I remember in case kungekuwa na issue shule ya wasichana, you are one of the teachers wenye walikuwa wanakalisha wasichana chini and talking to them. And I feel, how comes you never sat me down regarding my big breast? Maybe you can even tell us, because the other day we were speaking, and it's that time you told me that my breast didn't start growing when I was in high school. All along, I knew my breast became bigger when I was in high school. That's the time I realized about them. But just the other day, we were discussing with my mom, and she told me, no, your breast started growing rapidly when I was in primary school. Maybe, Mom, you can tell my audience, at what age did my breast start growing very fast and you could realize, hey,
Well, it's true. My daughter here, she go by the name I call her. I noted her rapid growth of her breast when she was in class 5. Yes.
Guy,
Yeah.
class 5, Mom.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Guy,
Class 5. When you were 9 years, yeah.
9 years.
Yeah. In standard 5, by the time you are in standard 5, how old were you?
10.
You are 10 years. Yeah. That is when it started to show that is the bust is growing in a rapid way.
Gosh.
Yeah. But that time you could not wear bra. It's only that the bust happened to show something. You are becoming wider and wider. I could look take watch on it, because I also noted my sister where I was living with my sister, also I could remember what my sister also used to tell me when I was in standard 5 about that bust of mine. So I could compare her bust and mine, and later that to me it was not abnormal, because I noted her bust. She happened to have taken a lot of
your genes.
my genes. Also remembering my mother had the same bust, so I could not see a lot of abnormality. To me, it was normal. The only thing I noted, it was not balancing with her buttocks. Her fronts were more bigger than her behinds. So I felt it is normal. It is a bit abnormal somehow. And with that one, I could just imagine now as a home science teacher, because I've been one, the only thing I can do is to make her wear the dresses which are going to balance her fronts and her backs. That is having frilled clothes. The fronts should wear something which has got gathers or gathers or sort of prints. And again, in the lower side, she should also wear something which has got gathers to balance the downs, because the way she looked, it was not balancing at all. And that was the only worry I had about the bust. It was not worrying me a lot, but I could see there was something unique, because her body was not balancing. And now when I talk about it, I could see her changing her facial appearance was changing, because she was not happy for that. She could also now see that she is exaggerating her body, not like others, because other sisters, they don't have big busts, except the one whom she follows. That one bust was big, but all the same, she was a bit different, because her back was growing as the bust. The hip,
she's very hippie.
She had a very big her hips were okay.
Yeah, so
that is why you could not even tell.
Right now,
even
you
today,
can't tell.
She was size 8, the sister. That meaning the waist was too small, but the bust and the back, they were balancing.
Yeah.
So with Wajiko, it was unique. That one was worrying me a bit. But as far as a home sciences teacher, as I say again, I knew she could balance herself by wearing clothes which has got a lot of disposableness. And now we could fight in a way or another, and that is why I could even pronounce that Wajiko, the name Wajiko. Mean now I'm annoyed because she is refusing to do what I feel it should be done to make her body balance. Otherwise, it went that way, and in fact, it was not a big worry to me. It was never a big worry. The only worry is when she's not wearing the clothes I'm trying to make her wear, which was also exaggerating her body.
And even she my age.
At her age. And that one, she was always against it. I thought when she went to secondary school,
maybe before mom, we get now to high school.
When,
in primary, when you realized my breasts are growing very fast, being a teacher, did you maybe get do you get a comment from your teachers or someone coming to you commenting about my breast? Did you get that?
Okay. There is this one teacher who was her godmother. And she was, according to the way we lived together, we used to be so concerned of one another. And we had also agreed that if you get something bad, done wrongly by one child, you are there to punish that child, and nobody could argue. We used even to have a corporal punishment over these children because they were praying together, they were doing everything together. So this lady was also very concerned with my children, just the way I was with her children. So there was a time she could tell me, she was burst. Her burst. I don't know. It seems as if it is exaggerating. Have you noted that? Just the way I've said it, remembering how my mother's burst was and remembering how my burst is, I didn't find any worry. I told her, in fact, I don't see any worry because my mother is like that. I'm like that. The only thing I'm noting, her back is not growing the way it is supposed to grow. Because in most cases, when the breasts are coming out, the backs also tend to grow. But hers, have you noted the hers is not growing the way it is supposed to grow? Look at that. She also told me, but also, I'm also like that. My back I don't have a lot of back. And that is why I usually see, I don't like even to wear these straight skirts. I always like to wear a dress which is round. I think what we are going to do, we are going to try to make Wajiko wear these clothes.
No, muna discuss na
Mrs. Joroge. And then I could tell her, but when I try to put it that way, she is becoming annoyed. I don't know why. But then
defensive.
She is becoming so defensive. I think there is something. That is now where I feel I failed, according to the way I'm hearing from her today, the way she is talking. I feel I could have done something. I could have called her, talked to her to make her understand that her bust, together with her bags, it is not tiring. So that is why I'm trying to make her wear these clothes. Although I could buy the clothes and even the blouses, I was so particular in her blouse. The blouses I used to buy for her, she was not comfortable. She could just wear that minute when I'm there, but when I am not there, she could remove it to wear her choice. Otherwise, I also feel we had a time, we had a family gathering, and one of my elder sisters came, and she commented, "Hi, Mwariguo Shiko, hai,
Oh,
your
yeah.
daughter Shiko, hiyo bust is too big. Hai, lakini inakaa kama ya shosho yake, lakini hata yako sinakaa hata kubwa hivyo. Wahiga, kuna kitu unaona? Wajiko's back and the front are not balancing. That is why the bust seems to be so big. The eyes are seeing it to be so big. In fact, I had noted that my sister. So I'm also trying to make her wear clothes which can just make her body balance. Something like that. This thing, it happened to become an alarm. One day when she finished her standard 8, she never performed the way she was.
I felt terrible.
Yeah, she never performed the way she was supposed. I thought she could have performed. And in comparison with my other children, I'm a mother of 5, so she was the 5th one. And all the others, in standard 8, none of them has ever repeated because they used to pass so well. So this one, the way she performed, there was no way she had to repeat. And it also annoyed the teacher, the head, the deputy, the academic teacher. He decided that Shiko should go back to standard 7.
Yeah.
This is now where I happened to open my eyes in another form. Because I went to the teacher and I tried to confront him, although it was not a confrontation rather, but it was a discussion, and which made even the teacher himself to see the other side of the coin. Because I told him, look at this girl, look at the way her bust is.
Oh, yeah.
If she happened to go back to standard 7, by the time she finishes standard 8, hey, look at it. Just look at that bust. I think the best thing is to advise her that she has to work harder. She has to pull up her socks. And in fact, when she went there, I think she went there for 1 week or 2 weeks.
Was 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And by the 2 weeks, Mr. Moore, the teacher concerned had already seen the difference. And the girl came back to standard 8, and she became so serious that any repeater who has ever repeated in that school, there is no other girl who raised the highest marks she raised when she repeated.
Nilipata marks mingi kuliko zenye nilikuwa nimepata out of 700.
Not even that. The whatever you added, whatever she added very high marks.
That's what I'm saying. The marks that I got out of the 700, because the 2000 marks were out of 700.
Yeah.
And the marks that I got out of 700 was less than what I scored out of the 500.
Yeah. So, Mr. I appreciate the teacher who accepted my request. And they were also happy on her academic ground that she made a way through to a county school. No, not a county school, but a provincial school. By that time, they were called provincial schools.
Yeah.
And that is when now she went to the secondary school, and everybody embraced the game. I'm humbled.
Yes. Mom, let me ask you, because you have mentioned that, okay, you are also busty, but not as I was at that time. Maybe pia wewe maybe kuna hizo challenges zenye ulipitia, and how did you feel? Was it affecting you when you saw me like that? And maybe inakurudisha pia wewe in college life?
In mostly that one is secondary school.
Okay, so even you were busty even when you were in high school.
That is in secondary school. That is when I was I had that challenge. When I went to secondary school, I went to a national secondary school whereby the competition was very high, and people from different corners of the world. I mean, corners of the country.
Mm.
So you could see that one is a Luo, that one is a Luya, that one is a Pokot. All areas in Kenya were covered in my school. And these people, the classmates and the hostel mates, they all noted something peculiar in me. One, they noted I had very black hair, and my hair was
Very long.
It was noted by everybody. So when they were describing me, they could talk about that mono in black hair, and wavy. They could say, "Hey, that bra." I noted somebody buying a bra. Somebody bought a bra, and he came in the hostel in which I was. He talked with a Form 3 girl. Wamaina, I bought a bra here, but it is too big for me. And I don't know, and I just feel if somebody can buy it, because it is too big for me. And I tried in my house, nobody can fit. Somebody said, "Hey, that first year, do you know that first year in house 6, which has got very black hair, and her bust is so big also. I think that one can fit." It was brought. When I tried to wear it, in fact, it could fit me. So it happened. Any other girl who could buy a bra, maybe the bra was bought to her by the parents. It could only be brought to me to buy. And I later noted, in fact, the way I'm using bras and the way the knee, every single coin I have. That time we used to be given a pocket money of 20 shillings. My money was just to buy the bras, because the simple bras could not fit my knee, because it was also heavy. So I was trying to imagine. It came a time when I tried to imagine about my daughter. If I bought her bra, I noted this one. I could also try to wait with the way my bust is. And in fact, I used to buy her the Metuba type of bras, because others could not fit, and they are also expensive. And I could also try to see, even if I buy it, the size which you think it is for her in front, it was not fitting. Yes, the cap could fit, but the knee, the bust itself, the measurement of the bust together with whatever, it was not fitting. That one was now becoming a challenge in me, because I was also wanted my daughter to look like any other girl. I could feel there is something. And then one time she could wear she could wear, as she comes out from the bathroom. I was so particular to see whether her breasts are in order, because I noted there was something amiss. So I've been thinking about that one, but I was also comforting myself. That one is genetical. That is why I used to lose the game that way, because I thought it was genetical. That one could now stop bothering me a lot. Yeah.
And did you get to a point where maybe you sat down with my siblings to discuss about my case?
Okay. As for the siblings, other daughters, there is one who is very vocal. That one was so slim, and then her bust was too small. And she was among these girls who would like to have, according to the much I had learned from her, she was admiring breasts, whereby she didn't have any. She had very small
Breast.
very small breasts. So one time she could comment, "Hi, mommy." God sometimes is unfair.
Mm.
Why did he decide to give Shiko so big breasts? Couldn't he just cut a bit of it and give to me and the older sister Jelly? It worked like fun because I could just you are Horana, I don't make just comments. God does things in his own way. Why to talk it that way? But this one could make me feel that these girls are also observing Wajiko in another way.
Yeah.
But when I said that is God's make, they all kept quiet. And they were also concerned. I remember like her, she could even buy bras for her sister because she even did without wearing because she didn't have even by the time she finished Form 4, her bust was too small. And it seemed as if she admired Wajiko in her big bust. Only that she felt it could have been cut halfway to be given unto her. That is her reasoning. Otherwise, whichever way, we never discussed this in a negative way.
In a negative way.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, there is this time, you kept on telling me, nĩ nyondo cia mũtumia ũrĩa.
Okay. It is after, I remember, after this comment of her sister, I tried to imagine when we were young enough, there was a time we could go for diving, and that time, it is a myth that there is a certain animal, a certain wader insect called jorori. What is it called in English? I don't know.
Inajulikana tu njorori.
Jorori. It was a small insect, a black one, which used to wade in the river. And I don't know how it came, because that one is amazing. It used to be told to every child when she comes to approaching adolescence, that for your breast to grow, maybe you can use that small insect. You hold it and you make it hold the nipple, and then when it bites you, you have a feeling, you believe that it is going to make your breast big. So some of these things you could think it's either true or not true, but it used to be said. Even my age mates were used to say it that way. I could just try to imagine, but then I also remember the river in which we are getting water from. In the school I was, there was a certain rice shamba there. In that rice paddy, there was a certain lady who used to cultivate there. That paddy field was so deep, in the sense when this lady was inside the water, you could see her breasts touching the water. My girl has inherited a lot from me because I can laugh. I used to laugh at people. I even remember when I was young, there was a certain woman I laughed at, that she went to report me to my father, and I was beaten seriously. So the same, she could laugh at you and even you cry. So when she looked at this woman, I remember Wajiko could laugh, and she could try to imagine how these breasts are touching the water and the legs are still in the water. So sometimes I also had something to think, hey, this exaggeration of the of the breast might have been brought up as a punishment because Shiko used to laugh at this woman so much. Okay. She used to laugh at her. But I didn't have anything else like it might be a disease. Never. Never, never.
So you never thought at
I
any time
never
that it was
thought
a condition?
I never thought it was a condition. I thought it was something very normal.
Yeah. Only that
Because
it
I
could be
remember
genetic.
even Shiko in that as she continued with her laughter, she commented something which could make everybody laugh. I guess tell her the baby to suck the the breast
Hey.
when she is just in at the back. We chukua hiyo nini unyonye. Hebu nyonya. Can you continue sucking? As he is still walking at the child is at the back, trying to imagine how big that how big that breast was. That is the much I can say about
And
the much I could see. But mine, I stand firm. I never thought it could be a condition which could bring anything else to
and
her.
even in primary school, mom, when you used to, every time you kept on telling people to remove the sweaters, telling girls to remove the sweater, obey the weather, it never crossed your mind like, mbona wasichana wanakataa kutoa sweater? Because I think that's the main, wasichana, they feel like they keep on wearing sweater to hide the breast, to hide their attention.
Okay, well, I am saying as a home science teacher, and again as a science teacher, I believe that there is something we know, that when you disagree you disagree with the weather, it happens when it is cold. Your body will be conditioned that even when it is hot, it is cold, you'll be feeling cold. You'll be when it is hot, you'll be feeling cold. That is why you are supposed to obey the weather, because the warm clothes are supposed to be worn when it is cold, and light clothes when it is hot. But when you train your body that way, when it becomes very cold, even if you wear so many hot clothes, your body will not respond. And now, remembering in home science and even in CRE, because I am being also a CRE teacher, I remember have always been emphasizing when you grow, there comes when you grow, there are some of these stages which comes in the body. You have to grow this down this way, up this way, you have to grow this way. At the armpits, you have to grow this way. Having thought, I have taught, I thought I had, to me, I had taught all those things to these children. And I also feel even other teachers had taught these children this way. So whatever you fear, you are not supposed to fear. Just the way boys break their puberty by staging their sound, then you cannot run away from that sound when you break your voice. So the same, even when your bars grow, you don't need to shy off, because it also happens. There are some girls when their bursts, when the breast start coming out, they even tend to bed their back because they are shying off. So that is why I was just telling them, open, can you keep off your full of us, for you to protect you, to your body to accept the climate when it comes or when it changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mom, you know very well how you brought me up when I was young, being able to face people, a lot of people, because of my singing. And I reached to a point my self-esteem had really gone down. It never bothered you, or you never even realized that my self-esteem or my confidence had gone down.
If your esteem went down, can I say something here? As Chico has already told you, I happen to have a girl who had a lot of confidence. One, Shiko was the only child who was brought up together with her dad. Others children were born when their dad has been very much away, sometimes in Coast, at times at Nyeri, before he got his transfer here. So Shiko was a bit lucky because she was born when the father was around her. And I even thought that her confidence came because of the way he was too near the father, and the father was too harsh. And she was so strong in the sense she could even be able to confront the father. And the father could even shy when he is told something by Shiko, the youngest. I happen to note that Shiko had a special gift whereby Shiko could imitate anybody. Funny enough, her elder sister was a reciter. She could recite poems. Because now I was an English teacher, I was the one who was coaching her sister. As she got tiny as she was in nursery, she could be able to imitate, and after 2-3 days, you could hear her just saying the poem, the way her sister was saying the poem when she was in standard 6. By this time, she is in nursery. So I noted she had a special gift of a kind. When she happened again to hear a certain music from the radio or from anywhere, she was always very keen. So in fact, she had a very strong self-esteem. As for, in fact, she was a love of music. And everybody, even in school, noted that. And she always liked to be the soloist in the school, and especially during the parade before we prayed. She was always there, and everybody could even give her many names because she could sing, like she could imitate somebody like Shiro GP. She could imitate, and when she sings, you feel even when she comes, she is called. They could give her those names. Let Nani come, giving her the name of the person who has recited the song. Ruth Wamoyo. She could just sing, and when you don't, in fact, even without seeing her, you think she is the Ruth Wamoyo. Eddie Batimayo. Betty Bayo. She used to sing. And this one made everybody now to note her in a very big way. If her esteem went down, I could just imagine when she went to secondary school. But now with the secondary school, I was just trying to imagine the secondary school that is monorizing. Maybe she was monorized a lot. That is why now she is not. But again, in the school we used to have a school choir. I mean a church choir in the place we were living, because we used to live so many teachers in the compound, and again from the same church. So we used to have a choir. I could see her leading the choir. She was the one who was leading the choir in the church. The choir which used to be called choir ya Muremo. That is the choir from the other side of the church, because we didn't live in the village. So I didn't note about the esteem at all, losing her esteem at all. Maybe that one she found it when she was in secondary school, when she was there. But when she came back home, she was the same Shiko. And we liked her so much.
Okay.
In your discussion in the TV, there is something which worried me. And I felt so much down as a mother. I just wondered, was my daughter going through all these pains when I was still there? I started blaming myself. noting, yes, I had a big burst. I was bursty. But apart from the challenges of brass, I've never had any pain anywhere. These swollen parts of the body, as far as the area of the breast, and especially the area of the breast, I've never swollen anywhere. I have never experienced
that pain.
any back, any shoulder, any shoulder pains anywhere. There were no sores anywhere. So I just wondered. So my daughter's burst was not the same as mine. So even when now she started telling me about that she feels this one is a condition whereby she needs to go for an operation, although again I was fighting that this one is God's make.
Could it be that that's the reason why you never sat me down to discuss about it, or you never knew that I was suffering? Although even myself, I never came to approach you. There is no time I told you that I was in pain, whether I was being bullied in school. I never had that courage. I don't know why. Even me, I blame myself. I never approached you as my mom. Could it be the same, you never experienced the same with your burst, the pain that I was experiencing?
You are right. I never experienced anything at all. And I feel, okay, as I heard from your discussion, I also felt that you shied a lot to ask me some of these questions, which I at least could have answered to you. And maybe through the questions and the answering, we could even have
gone to
go
a doctor,
a
to see a
doctor to seek a medical advice.
Yes.
Because at least they might have come over the same.
Yeah.
So I feel in any case, you might think of blaming me. I also feel you shied a lot to ask me what you are supposed to ask it from your mom, whereby I could have answered you the right way, and I could have directed you to a better place for a better answer. Yeah.
So when I told you I want to go for a breast reduction, and I remember telling you this is a condition and something can be done about it, how I could, through the phone, through our conversation, you were shocked.
I was shocked.
Yes.
And I now started fighting, is it godly or ungodly? Is it godly or ungodly? And again, as I was asking that, I had that feeling in me. Remember, you had not told me about whatever you had been undergoing.
Yes.
That pain, that whatever, backache, whatever, you had not told me. So I was feeling again, it's a normal genetic problem. And that because I didn't have the pain, or I didn't have any, this one is a hand to me.
Yeah.
I also felt it was not very, very necessary. Yeah.
And when now you came after my surgery, when you came to see me, I could see pain in your eyes when you saw the new me.
The scar, maybe the scar.
That time I remember I was still in bandage. Yeah, when you came to see me, I remember. I was still in bandage, and I could see pain from your eyes. But I remember you were very excited seeing me.
I was. I was, and I appreciated it. Yeah. By this time now, after your injury, after your surgery, I remember Maggie talked about that condition, although the one was a thought of the name was a thought of vocabulary. So I felt surely this one is a medical situation. I did well that Nani has welcomed it. I also feel I should welcome it. There is also something which was hindering me over this. I was not able to share this one with anybody. I also remember I had even taken another friend of mine to just go and see the patient. And we left home not knowing the sickness my daughter is suffering from. Until now she also was shocked when we arrived there. She could try to imagine what is unusual in her, what is unusual in the sick. She was trying to imagine where she is sick.
She thought I was pregnant. She thought I was pregnant.
Something like it. And I was not telling her until the last minute when we opened up. And she became so worried that how come mom can carry me all the way to Nairobi, having not discussed what is happening. But to thank God, that all is well.
Do you think it was a good decision?
It was a good decision. And later, I came just to remember when God created human being, he said he created him in his own image. And finally, he told him to continue with the creation. So I now started remembering that is where we have the so-called engineers. That is where we have the so-called doctors. That is why we have the so-called teachers. So people are still continuing with the creation. And I can see by the time I came to grow, there were very few technologies. But now seeing the way things are moving, there are a lot of technologies. This one being one. So I just accepted and I embraced it. So up to now, as she's continuing with the same game, I am appreciating, and I also feel this one was God's plan in whatever decision she made. I have embraced it. Okay. And I remember again, it was the other daughters, the other sisters, the way they talked over this, they showed me that is the best decision Siku can
you
make
spoke?
It. Yeah, they said,
it is
without
good. My knowledge.
Without your knowledge. It is good.
You called them.
It is good. Whatever Shiko is making, in fact, according to my family, anything which is coming up from one person, we always, it is our duty to discuss. We discuss it. So we discuss behind her back, but whatever they said, I embraced it. I just found I was the only person who was against the whole thing. So we embraced it, and everybody was for her.
Because even when I remember when I told Winnie, she was like, this is what we have been waiting for. We wanted this to come from you. Because, discussing a matter regarding someone's part of the body, it's not something to just approach someone like that. It has to come from them. And Mom, whatever I'm doing, the path that I'm in now, how do you feel? Am I going the right direction? Empowering and even creating or raising awareness about this condition called gigantomastia. And you being a teacher, I've spoken to some people, and it's very painful because you find I've been discussing with like 2-3 ladies, and they were telling me that they even had to drop out of the school because of bullying and body shaming. And even mostly it comes from teachers. How would you tell us about that? How can we help such people, especially when in primary school.
Okay, it's also good, and I believe as far as you continue with this operation, I feel there will come a time you'll be speaker. You just will be looking forward to be a speaker in either mostly in secondary school, because that is where that is where the stigma is always around.
Stigma is mostly in high school.
Because in secondary school you are coming from your mother's home, and if you have to take a bath, you take a bath at your home. Nobody is with you. But when you go to secondary school, you have to go in the bathroom. Many of you were together. Sometimes I know when you are in such accommodation, sometimes you might feel that you will be the last one to go to the bathroom.
And even
sometimes you are late. Because they want you to, in secondary schools, people are timed. That the bathroom should be at least 30 minutes, everybody should be clean, something like that, before you go for your breakfast. So I feel you should also have that opportunity to be visiting school, secondary schools. This one, even to make the teachers, not all the teachers, unless the biology teachers, because the biology teachers might get to know more about this in their training, but other teachers, they might not get to know.
They don't
whether
have
it is very normal.
They think it's very normal.
So I feel you should also take that one in colleges. Just go visit the schools.
I think I'll start with my former high school.
You visit them. And when you visit them, you try to make them understand there are some conditions, and within one school I'm sure there must always be 2 or 1, because it is an element of a fraction of 1 to 100%. You get 1 there. Then from there they'll preach the gospel. We had a girl here, we had whatever and whatever we could not even imagine. In a place like now, that school, you can even go to Mutira where your former headmistress is there. Mrs. Nanisi yako huko. So,
and even the primary schools. Even primary schools. Si kuna ule mwanafunzi, there is this girl who had to drop out of school because actually walimu ndio walikuwa wanamchezea manyonyo.
That one.
The people that you think they are enlightened, most of them they are not aware that it's a condition. Because nika unachekelea mgonjwa.
That one we only in primary school is a matter of visiting the staff room.
Yes, of course.
You tell the teachers you have something unique to tell them, so that they can be able to protect a situation like that one within their school. The one out of many.
That's okay. Wow, thank you so much. So
in secondary schools and even in colleges.
Because even I was discussing with another lady and she was telling me her daughter had to drop out of the campus. It's very painful.
I remember you told me the same.
It's very painful.
And my prayer is that God helps you to approach these people in all ways. I know you have your photos whereby they can be able to see you, the shiko before
and the shiko
after.
Yes. And even helping those who can't afford the procedure.
With that one, it is very normal.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mom. Sorry for keeping you. I think it's about 12 midnight, but we had to do this because I'll be leaving tomorrow, so we had to do this. And thank you so much. And as I told you, don't feel as if you failed me. I also failed because I never spoke it out, because I'm sure if I could have told you earlier, maybe surgery yangu ingefanywa kitambo sana.
I'm telling you
Yes,
the truth. I'm telling
before
you
even the
truth.
price had gotten to this, to where to the amount that I paid, I'm sure tungeifanya mapema.
That one could have been done.
Yeah. And I would even
I could have treated you like any patient.
Yes. And even I feel, even people who are suffering, as a family, I think they can even come and sit down and see how they can help this, even in terms of kuchanga hiyo pesa, so that their person can be there, can be assisted. What ni ugonjwa kama ile ingine yenye inahitaji immediate attention, so they can even sit down hata kama ni harambee to help such a person. Yeah, because it's doing a lot of damage if it is not haijaangaliwa mapema. Yeah. Any other thing, Mom, you want to add?
Okay. Mine to say, I'm so much humbled. At least my lastborn
amekufanya uonekane kwa TV.
Has made me to go to the TV channel. And I feel that I'm proud. I'm proud.
Oh, thank you.
I am embracing the game. And again, I'm also happy with your, who is called?
My makeup artist and my cameraman.
Your cameraman and the artist.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
He's still my pupil. Yes. I am so proud. So proud.
Yeah.
It is making me remember how he left his class to come to my class.
Wow. Sawa. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much too.
So thank you so much for watching. And as Mom said, she's a business lady. If you want rice, pishori, not just any other rice, you can contact her. As she said earlier, her number, we're going to put her number here, 0720 811 400. You can always reach out to her. And mchele yake ni tamu kabisa. Kama mama unaweza taka unaweza ongeza uambie wakuje, orders zikuje.
Okay. Welcome again. I'm a business lady, as you have been told by Shiko. I usually sell bishori rice, that rice which have the highest aroma. I usually transport to my customers farthest to Mombasa, Kisumu, Eldoret, and many areas where need be. So if you need one,
na si ya kukula tu, hata ya kuuza
tu.
Hata wenye wanataka
I want
kuuza.
you to become side hustlers because it has made me to go through many challenges and educating my children. Like this one here, she is my lastborn. And you can see the way she's moving.
By then, I used to be called rice lady when I was in high school. That's what my principal used to call me. We rice lady. Mamako hajaleta mchele because she used to deliver rice to school.
I've even been delivering rice to secondary schools and even primary schools, that is boarding schools. So I can still do it. Otherwise, my contact is 0720 81 1400.
Yeah.
Or from where?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much even for watching our videos. Always finding time to come and watch my videos. The video today, I want to hear your comments, your likes, and also you share. I'm so happy because right now people are calling me. They want to getting in touch with me so that I can explain to them further about this condition. And that was my main aim. People to come out and feel comfortable sharing their stories or their experience with gigantomastia. And because, as I said, we are going to kill gigantomastia because it's killing us slowly. It's killing our daughters, killing our sisters slowly, and we have to fight it. Thank you so much. And before I close, I'm going to appreciate Mike Mwatha for always getting his time to come and make this girl look beautiful. Thank you so much, Mike. His office, you can find him at Hazina Trade Center, the former Nakumat Lifestyle, ground floor at polka.shop. He does wonderful job. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Mom.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Until next time. Bye.
See you.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Wambia subscribe.
Subscribe.
Tufikisha wapi?
Tufikisha 1,000.
Thank you so much.